team, welcome to day 27. Today we're going to focus on these lovely hips and IT bands, so let's get on the floor. We're going to sit cross-legged to begin with and find your sit bones. So sometimes I like to say move any fleshy bits out the road, give your hips a wiggle, roll your shoulders back, sitting nice and tall here. So again, we just take those 3 deep breaths, try and get those shoulders away from the ears and relax. We'll take a lovely big inhale breath all the way up and exhale forward, fold over your own legs, push your hips back here. Take a breath. Nice. Let's walk the hands over towards your right hand side and then walk your hands over towards your left hand side, taking a wee stretch here. Nice, let's keep walking the hands back and forward, hopefully finding a little stretch into those hip flexors here, maybe even into your glutes. Walking the hands back and forward. Last time on that left side. And then meeting back into centre, lifting all the way up. Take the hands behind you and switch the order of your legs. So if your right leg was in front, let's switch for the left. Find those sit bones, inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Remember, sit those hips back. Try not to lean forward too much and allow the body to melt in a little bit here. Again, we're going to walk over towards the left and walk over towards the right. Now, I want you to be able to feel this, so don't keep it super low key. Walk the hands over, find that stretch, that little twist in the body as well, and maybe a little opening here of the hips. Lovely. So just a few more on each side, and these can be really simple to do, especially for runners. We do get really tight in our lower back, especially just above, just where the hips are and just where the glutes are. So these kind of movements are simple but effective. Let's bring it to the middle and then let's roll all the way up. Nice. We're going to come onto all fours, so bring yourself onto your mat, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and just take a few cat-cows here, a few sways of the hips, just to warm everything up. And remember, at any point, if you need more of a warm-up, just pause, work through some of the exercises we've done in all the other days. Because if it's first thing in the morning you're doing this, you might be a little bit stiff to go into these right away. But I'm just trying to show you a few different moves that you can do. So again, just warming up the spine, warming up the hips, tuck your toes here, and maybe sink the hips all the way back. So again, a nice little warm up of the toes. You can move around here depending on what you need. Stretch the arms in front and then bring yourself forward, drop your hips, untuck your toes and lift your chest. So a little up dog here just to stretch out the front of the chest, and we'll sink it all the way back towards the heels. Nice. Lifting up again, back into your up dog, roll your shoulders away and open that chest. So we're not sinking the shoulders in here, we are lifting out of those wrists, lifting the chest nice and high, sinking it all the way back. Last one, let's lift forward, sink those hips down, lift the chest. You can look further up, you can look up towards the ceiling if you wish, and then sinking it all the way back. Lovely. We're going to take it into a little downward dog. So when you're ready to rise all the way up, let's tuck those toes and come into your first downward dog of this session. So again, feel free to pedal your feet, get into those toes, into those little hamstrings, those Achilles. Remember, just go nice and slowly here. It doesn't have to be a race. Not everything has to be a race. And just get a nice little bit of movement into those calves as well. We are going to do a little bit of pigeon and IT band today, so let's come into that downward dog. Let's lift that right foot nice and high, bend that right knee and bring that right knee to your right wrist. Heel toe that left foot back. Sorry. Bless me. And come into your king pigeon. Walk your hands further back. So when you're in your pigeon position, you should feel this like kind of bounce because we're right on the hips. We don't want that to drop down because then we lose all form. So there is almost like a little bit of a balance here in your king pigeon, but we're going to walk our hands forward and find that little relaxed pigeon here. And you can find that little sway, little easing into it here. So I want you to be able to look towards your right hand side and you can see your knee. If your knee is all the way in here, you're pretty much just sitting on top of your leg. So let's open that knee to the side and you can sort of see it at the side of your right arm. And again, that means we're opening that hip a little bit more. Taking a few breaths here. Now, if pigeon really doesn't agree with you, then lizard is your other option. And lizard is your foot to the outside of your mat and we can open it like this. So it's also quite an intense move, but maybe less awkward than your pigeon. Let's all walk up into our king pigeon position. Nice tall stance. We're going to take and fall onto that right bum cheek here. And we're going to take that left foot all the way round. Now I'm going to show you two options here as you can hug that left foot into your that left leg into your chest with your right arm and take your left arm behind and sit up nice and straight. If this position isn't great for your legs, you can just straighten that right leg and find your twist. The other option here for your IT band is whilst you're in this twist, you can reach down for your left foot and then stretch it out. Now, this will not feel like much of a stretch yet. Pop your left hand down, lift your chest up. So if you're kind of curling into this, you're getting nothing from it. You need to lift the chest, lift out your hips, and that's when you'll start to feel much more sensation, maybe in the hamstring, maybe in the IT band. Again, keep the chest nice and tall and then bend the leg. And we'll send that left leg all the way back, finding your pigeon position once more. Tuck those toes and then lift back into your downward dog. Give your right leg a little shake before we move on to the left side. So the left foot comes up, left knee to left wrist, and we find that lovely pigeon on that side. Now, as I always say, we do have body imbalances. You may be tighter on one side than the other. So just go with it. Do not go, well, I could do it on that side, I can do it. Just see how your body feels. So again, and also if you're doing Marcothon, you're 27 days in, give yourself a break. Come on. So nice and tall stands. Make sure that left bum cheek is not on the mat. And you can walk your hands forward. Find that reclined position for your pigeon. Remember, looking towards your left, making sure you can see your knee. If you can't feel much in your legs in this diagonal shape, you can straighten it off a little bit and that'll be a bit more intense. So just find what works for you and then find that position. So sleeping swan is your hands all the way out in front, body towards the mat. Taking a few deep breaths here. And I like to think as you exhale, you're breathing out the spicy bits, the bits that are feeling a little bit, a little bit burny in places. A good burny, not bad burny. Lovely. Let's walk the hands all the way back in. Let's sit in our pigeon here nice and tall. And then we'll drop onto that left-hand side. Swing that right leg round. Take your option here, whether you want to straighten your left leg. We hug in the right leg with the left arm and we use that right arm to balance. So see, if I don't use the right arm, I sink right in, whereas that arm really powers me up. Option here is to take the foot and again, sitting up nice and straight, you'll start to find that lovely stretch, especially in that IT band, and you're using it to have that little twist here. Take a breath. Lovely. Let's bring it all the way down. Send that right leg behind, back into your pigeon. and then tuck your toes, find your downward dog, give your leg a shake if it needs it, and pedal those feet out. Lovely, guys. I hope you enjoyed day 27. I hope the hips and the IT band, the glutes, are thanking you for it. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 28. You're almost there.